Hello, I made it. So I thank you for waiting on me. That's important. Um, right now I'm going to proceed to check your exercises. And if you wish to connect, obviously you can check them together. So for example, Paola is waiting and oh, two people are waiting. Okay, so we will check the Gymkhana today. Okay, let's do this. Hi. Good evening. How are you? How was your day? Hello, Carla. Hello, Paola. How's it going?
Good evening, teacher.
Nice. How was your day?
Busy.
Busy? Yeah, mine was busy. I spent the whole day traveling, but I'm finally here. I must really love my friends to be able to attend their wedding all the way in Merida, but it's nice. So I finally made it to the room. It's a really nice room, I must say. Do you like the decoration? What do you think? It looks nice. So what's up? Did you send me your work?
I'm sorry, teacher. I'm sorry. I
Okay.
thought
What? What
no,
did
no, I'm doing right now.
Okay,
I
cool. So
thought was like
you can do it with me.
one paper. I thought was like a game. And then
It,
I check it in my email and say, oh my God.
I mean, it's a long game, but it is a game.
Mm, yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna send you. No, no, I'm finished the chart. Sorry. Can you go on with Paula?
No, it's okay. I mean, lucky for you, I'm going to check the answers right now. That's why I connected. So I'm going to leave this recording with the answers. So we can discuss them together right now, live, if you want. Okay, let's start the gymkhana before I go to this party. I have like a cocktail party at 9:20 maybe. So we have about 20 minutes. No, we have a little bit more than that. All right, so ready? So the first was a preposition, adjective preposition collocations. Remember, adjective must be followed by a specific preposition so that you can create the idea. You cannot deviate from the collocation because that would lower your English level. So good at is going to be the first. Associated with, it's already here. So sorry. I already had the answer. Renowned for. So these collocations should just click in your head, and that's how you know that you have already reached C1 level because they have become so naturally ingrained in your brain that you don't have to question them anymore. You don't have to doubt. You can just understand the collocation and apply it. Eliana's experiences are very typical of him, typical of young people. Local businesses were strongly opposed to, automatically it's opposed to. My father will soon be eligible, you're eligible for. The band received some negative reviews, so they're wary, you're wary about, which is like fishy or, they become cynical about or suspicious about, wary about. We're grateful for, automatically. You always say grateful for something, grateful for someone. I'm grateful for our friendship. Grateful for. Faisal was exposed to. You're always exposed to. Gavin has doubts about the project and wasn't convinced. I am convinced of this. I am convinced about this. I am convinced of this. So for example, hi Paula,
Hi, Vicky.
in this one, I started doubting. So what I do, and you can do this at home. You go to Google and in Google, oh, well, not Google Maps, google.com. And in Google, you're going to say convinced of. So you're gonna get convinced of, convinced by, convinced of synonym, convinced of knowledge, convinced of. So if you see a lot of results, that means the collocation is strong. But if you don't see, then it's not. So for example, here's I'm convinced about, not convinced about. So finally, if you don't get it like a very straightforward result, you can just ask the internet, is it convinced of or convinced about? And voila. So artificial intelligence has advanced so much that they are becoming the ultimate teachers in collocation. So make sure that you check collocations with the algorithms. So we're going to use convinced of. Okay. Now let's continue with the other collocations. These are verb noun collocations, and these are the most common and popular ones for use. So, Paula, you want to help me? Which ones are correct?
The two,
Make
yes,
you
and
you make a difference, make sense.
make this is that a difference.
Very good. You don't make research, you do research, so that's not correct. You make an exception. You don't make trouble. Stop making trouble. Well, yeah, actually, make trouble because you don't make damage, you do damage. So those are the correct ones. Make a difference, make sense, make an exception, and make trouble. Do, Paola, which ones are correct? Do.
Do is the someone a favor.
Very good. That is a very strong collocation. Can you do me a favor? So that's correct. Any other one? We always say do your best. So that's correct too. Do some changes? No, it's make some changes. Do a reservation? No, it's make a reservation. Do no harm or do harm. So this is correct. And do you do the shopping? Yes, this is correct too. So those are the four that are correct. What about have?
Have is an a rule.
Have a row?
Hmm.
Have a
No, had
have
a had have have a row.
have a row? Mm-mm. What does that
No,
mean? Row. Have a row. Mm, have a row doesn't mean anything. I want to have a row with the father of my baby. That's interesting. Have a row. Enough to have a row. Yeah, you're right. Oh my God. I didn't know this existed. So it means something. It means like be alone with someone or like argument. Have a row.
mhm.
Really interesting. Okay. So have a row. What else? Obviously have patience.
Have patience. Yes, mm.
I mean, many people say have an experience.
An experience. Yes.
Have harm? No. Have place? No. Have an effect? Yes. So it will be these four. All
Okay.
right. Take.
Take turns.
Totally. Take turns. Very strong collocation. Take pleasure. Take pleasure in. For example, I take pleasure in going to the beach. Take something for granted. We always say that. Take a word. No, have a word with someone. But you do take notice. So it's, for example, the Duolingo test, they help you or they test your ability to understand what is the limit, like what is a good collocation versus a bad collocation. They're constantly trying to test your ability to round up what is good English and what is bad English. And eventually, as I mentioned in last class, you have to decide which collocations you want to use and which collocations you don't feel comfortable using, so you're going to avoid. All right, Paula, put, or Carla, if you want to participate, that's cool too.
Put
Yeah.
your mind to something.
That's correct. Put your mind to something. What about Carla? What did you say? Sorry.
Oh gosh, I put something into practice.
Totally. Yep. You put something to practice. You put pressure, definitely. So put pressure on someone. Put an end. You put an end to something. Like it's time to put an end to this relationship. So I am always thinking of soap opera. I'm always thinking of shows. I'm always thinking of expressions that can help me understand if the collocation is valid or not valid. You should always turn to culture for this. Okay, number 6. What do you guys think?
Six is that give your word.
Yep, you give your word, which is like your promise. I mean, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
very honorable thing.
In the promise.
You give something for granted. No, you take something for granted. You give credit to? Yes, you give credit to someone. Oh, sorry. Give credit to someone. You give use of? No. You give someone a chance. Yes, you give someone a chance. And then I guess you can give a talk. That's correct too. Like I gave a talk, I gave a lecture, I gave a talk about this topic. Yes. So try to complete the sentences to see how natural they sound in order to check on these collocations. Number 7,
Mm.
what
Set
do you,
a record.
yeah, set a new, wow, he set a world record, for example. Yes, that sounds good.
Set an alarm.
Yep, you set your alarm for 8:30 every day, or for 6:30 actually, because we're teachers. What else? Set an excuse? No. Set a fuss? No. You make a fuss. Ooh, set fire. Do you guys like Adele? I set fire to the rain. So songs are also a very good way to like trust collocations. So set fire to something. And the first one is also important. You set an example. It's important to set an example for your children. Set an example is correct. All right, keep.
Keep it in touch. In touch.
Totally. Keep in touch. Like, don't, let's not stop talking. Like, let's keep in touch. Let's stay in touch. You can stay in touch, but you can also keep in touch. Both are acceptable.
Mm.
Keep a promise.
Totally. You keep a promise. You promise to keep pity on someone? No. You have pity on someone. Keep a diary? Yes. And keep a secret. Can you keep a secret? Yes, I can keep a secret. So there you go. You had to underline, and now some of these collocations have to be used to complete the 8 sentences that we have here. So last year, Amy, do you guys remember which one?
Set a record.
Very good, Carla. Set the
Yes.
record. So it was set the record. Amy Set the record is correct. Number 2,
Give your word.
very good. Will you give your word that you won't tell anyone about this? That makes sense. Will you give your word? It's a very good possibility. Anything else? Will you keep a secret? Will you keep a promise? I think it's give your word. That's the best one. After Sashiko moved back to Japan from Los Angeles, she
Kept in
Keep
touch.
in
good
touch.
job. And that's the brilliance. Now, obviously the collocation is keep in touch, but don't forget you're also being tested on your ability to conjugate properly. So kept in touch, which is the past.
Mhm. Kept.
Kept is an irregular verb. So kept in
Kept.
touch. Kept in touch.
Kept in touch. Okay.
Last year
Had a row.
that's so true. Oh, yeah, you taught me this one, huh? I didn't know this one. Thank you, Paula. I had a row with my neighbor. It makes total sense. I quarreled. I had a discussion. Number 5, Maria and Powell.
Take turns.
Very good. Take turns to cook dinner. That is the best collocation for this sentence. Whenever Jimmy really
Puts his mind to.
correct puts his mind to learning something new. It is correct. Robbie, could you
Do me a favor.
because it's help me fix my bike, so that's a favor. Could you do me a favor, please? And Kate
Puts pressure. No?
puts pressure to get her students to work hard, but some of them didn't pay much attention to her.
I made a difference.
Made a difference. Has patience.
Take notice. No.
No, I think puts pressure is the best one. But can you say no? Kate sets an example. That could be too.
Mm,
You can also say this. Kate does her best. You know, like we always do our best, but sometimes students don't pay attention to us. Like we create the best English lesson or so that could be it. She does her best to get her students to work hard, but some of them didn't pay attention. And I guess it could be past because stuck in the past. All right, so those were the 2 exercises about collocation. Paola, Carla, everybody that is going to watch the video after this, you need to get very acquainted with collocations. I mean, don't start practicing them. Don't shy away from them. Always um, use collocations because they're going to help you improve your level. Like, try to use them as much as possible. Try to be acquainted with them. Try to see the world through collocations because it will definitely improve your C1 level. Now let's move on to conjunctions. As I mentioned in the last 2 classes, conjunctions are very important. Some of you always connect your ideas with and, with but, with because, and also. These are not enough. You must use more sophisticated conjunctions to connect your ideas, and that is going to exemplify C1 level. You must practice. Okay, so for concession or for contrast, we have although, though, despite. Do you have
even
any
though,
others?
even so.
In spite of, yes.
Mm.
See if I can
And
add.
where is?
And whereas, correct. Now for time,
Before, so as to, so as not to.
Before, yes. For condition,
In case.
if, even if, in case,
Whether, unless.
whether, unless. Very good. Unless is the negative condition, but it's correct. Comparison,
As a. As
that as is comparison.
Mhm.
Neither nor would be comparison, negative, but it's comparison. Those are the two. Reason, so that, in order to. So as to is actually reason. So as to is reason.
Mm. Because reason.
Yeah, because definitely reason. Those are the three. Okay, you got it. And correlation, both.
Um, not only, but also.
So then here will be
Either
neither
or,
nor. Neither
either,
nor.
e- neither or, nor,
Either or, neither nor.
whether or not.
And whether. Very good. Good
Mm.
job, Paula. You classified them correctly. Now let's see how we apply them to these 7 sentences. It would be nice to go out for a walk, but let's wait.
On to.
Yeah,
Mhm.
automatically it will be an until. So let's wait until it stops raining. Number 2 was the software quite original, but it was also very useful.
Not only.
Good job. Very good, Paula. Not only was. So that would be a good way to connect your idea. Resubmit his application for a scholarship. Duncan decided to write a completely new application. So it's kind of like contrast.
Before. Before.
No, because it doesn't work. You have a verb that is infinitive. So
Okay.
before, if you wanted to use before, you would have to have an ing verb,
Sería.
but that's
Well,
not the
in order to know.
no, because it's a contrast. So let's see.
Mm,
Oh, rayos, no.
A ver.
Yeah, this one I'm not really sure either, but it would be instead of, like, but we don't have that here. Rather than.
Okay.
This is it. So it's rather than do this, he did this. Rather than resubmit his application for a scholarship, Duncan decided to write a completely new application.
Okay.
The football match will start at 8 p.m.
Unless.
Yes, very good. That's a condition. Very good. Unless the weather is so bad. Number 5, having a Scottish name, Sonny's mother lived her whole life in India. So with an ing verb, remember, certain conjunctions go with an infinitive verb and certain conjunctions go with a gerund. In this case, which goes with a gerund?
In spite of.
Uh-huh. Very good. You can say, you can use despite or you can use in spite of. In spite of, very good. Okay, number 6.
Either.
Mateo found it hard to tell. No,
Whether.
whether. And we can analyze these conjunctions a little bit further in depth if you want. I can create some classes. So, but the one that works is whether. Either would be choice, but in this case, it's already set into a scenario, a situation. So whether or not the lawyer was generally interested in helping him. The lake looks beautiful from a distance. Once you get up close, you can see it's polluted. So here we have a more traditional connector. Anybody?
Also.
Very good. Although. And why do we use although? Because here there is no gerund. Here we have two phrases. So we have subject, verb. So it's a complete sentence. And then it's another sentence. So we use although. Those will be the answers for this part. Now for the writing sample, I need you to complete it and send it to me so that I can correct it. My idea is to send you an edited version of your second writing sample. And I can send it this weekend if you send it to me. And Paola, if you want, we can check it now. Oh, Carla, you already finished too.
Yes, but I didn't finish that part, sorry.
Okay,
Yes.
but if you finish it, let me know so I can check it for
Yes,
you.
yes, I'm gonna write that writing sample.
All right, cool.
Yes, I will
Oh,
write the correction, the mistakes, and my
oh. So Paola,
right.
let's edit your sample, okay? So good job with this.
Sorry.
Let's edit. Before we go, I want to edit yours.
Mhm.
Okay, so the film about Steve Jobs' life, directed by Danny Boyle, presents the story of one of the most influential figures in the 20th century. Through a unique approach, we see how Jobs, co-founder of Apple, transformed the world of technology and left an indelible, indelible, making marks that cannot be removed. All right, really good. So an indelible mark on modern society. Once again, I think this introduction is great. It's very straightforward. My only problem would be the we, but it's not a sin. Just
I I I want I had that that do doubt.
exactly. But
Mm,
I mean, since you have built it this way, it's okay. So if you wanted to use passive voice, how do you see? Through a unique approach, you keep it in third person or you keep it as objective as possible.
okay.
So the film portrays, maybe, right? So what I did is I made the sentence as objective as possible instead of using first person.
Okay.
But the rest is very good, Paula. Okay, review foundation. The film analysis reveals not only Jobs' brilliance, but also, very good, nice, his human flaws. Through three key moments in his career. Okay, here you have an error. Carla and Paula, what is the error here?
Maybe the through and the three.
Yeah, you can't use through because that phrase is
Okay.
connected to Steve Jobs, but it's not connected to the movie. So you would have to say it
Okay. Okay.
by focusing on, okay, so the focus is more connected to the film. So it's about creating a phrase that is more linked to the movie. So focusing on three key moments in his career, the movie shows uh, the entrepreneurs. So I'm going to vary. I remember you have to vary the noun as much as possible so that the language is rich. the entrepreneur's ability to innovate, and the intense internal struggles he faced. One lesser known aspect highlighted is his distant relationship with his daughter, Lisa, which reveals a more vulnerable side of his personal life. Visually, the film impressively captures Apple's evolution and the importance of every product Jobs introduced to the world. Okay, very good. So, all right, Paola, so support this. In your paragraph, you say three key moments in his career. Do you explain the three key moments? Yes or no?
That is no, no.
So probably don't say career then, just say in
I
his,
I
and instead of key, maybe you
first
can say, can you hear me or no? Is it my internet? Maybe.
ability.
Carlo, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Result
Okay, so it's my Paula's
to
internet. So
and
by focusing on three,
uh, yes, Purush
yeah, so maybe change it to key, change it to
three
his
moments.
life
Yes,
because you talk about
key
personal
moments.
life, not just the
Oh,
career. So all I'm saying is in your paragraphs, Paula, do not promise something and then not keep the promise, right?
okay.
So here it's
Yes,
you need to be careful.
got it. I have it careful.
However, one of its merits, okay, so since you're starting the new paragraph, you need to
There.
the
Mm,
films because you need to reestablish the main
okay. Mm,
object. So one of the film's merits is how it portrays his ability to inspire, how it portrays his ability to inspire his team and users. A significant drawback, though, is that the film sometimes focuses too much on his personal conflicts, overshadowing his societal impact and forward-thinking vision. Okay, so though
mm,
is instead of though, you can use in fact, because the previous idea is also mentioning that his ability to inspire his team was very meaningful. So
okay.
the other one would be, in fact, could be better because it's going in the same line. It's not like you're contrasting the ideas.
Okay.
Conclusion. Although the film is not a perfect biography, I've already told you, try not to use weak verbs in the main sentences. Although the film
Have
is not a perfect biography, it successfully
hasn't
conveys the value of perseverance and innovation. It is recommended for those looking to understand not only Jobs as a leader, but also his more human side. His legacy as an innovator and visionary remains relevant to this day, thanks to films like this one. So don't forget, you're closing on the analysis of the film. So this was a little bit necessary.
okay.
Oh, Paola, but much improved. Muy mejorado. You
Okay.
took notes. I can tell that you took notes and it shows because some of your sentence construction is much better. So with this type of writing, you will get the level. Just continue to work on um, checking your structure, making sure that the verbs are not weak. And the last thing that you need to check is make sure that your main ideas match the development of the paragraph. Because if you promise a main idea
Okay.
and you don't develop it, that will
Yes.
be a big problem.
I if I say the three moments, I
Exactly. You
must
have to say the three moments.
give the yes.
Exact,
Okay.
exactly, Paula. But the rest is pretty good. Good job. Good,
Thank you,
Carla.
teacher.
So are you gonna send this tonight? Because I can check it tomorrow and resend it for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you today. Yes, tonight. Yes.
All right, cool. So we'll be in touch for tomorrow. If you need to text me or if you want any exercises, let me know. But
Tomorrow we don't have classes.
no,
No.
we don't have classes. We have classes on Monday. And on
Oh,
Monday, we're going to recreate the IELTS speaking examination on Monday. And we're going to start also working on receptive skills. So we're going to do some readings and some listenings.
okay, thanks.
Yeah. Is there anything else that you need or that you would like me to prepare?
No, it's okay. Just more exercise of practice. Yes.
Okay, great. So I will definitely look for more exercises for practicing. Paola, and you? Do you need anything else?
No, teacher. I I I am easy with
Yeah, of
the
course.
feedback.
Great. So whatever feedback I give you, make sure to implement it and put it into practice, please. Because this is your English level. You have to get to that standard so that the exam is really easy, you know? Like you shouldn't fear the Cambridge or the IELTS if your level is already good. So keep practicing your level.
Thank you, teacher.
All
Yes.
right. Have a great night. I'll be in touch via WhatsApp.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Good
See
night.
you. Good
See you.
night. Take care. All right, so now I'm gonna wait for other students that may connect to check their answers. Otherwise, this video is going to be for them to refer to the answers maybe tomorrow, and we will resume the Cambridge and IELTS training on Monday. So I'll be here for a second. All right, nobody came, so I'm gonna log out.